Welcome back to the Stache and Beard Show. I'm Austin Pistulka. This is Alan Pilley.
What's up, motherfuckers?
We have a very special guest, the one and only the Squatholio. God dang it, I fucked it up.
Great Squatholio.
The great Squatholio. I do this every fucking time.
Whoa. You're going to knock over our sponsored drinks.
Dun.
I like that better. I think that's how we should market it.
It's Dunkin' Donuts.
I've never heard dun.
Oh, that's what my wife calls it.
Yeah? I've always heard dunks.
Dunks.
Dunks, but that's like definitely fucking northeast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's like Massachusetts.
I mean, they would cut it way short. It would be just duh.
Hey, yo, pick up duh on the way.
You'll get the duh.
Get the duh.
I've never heard that either. But
This is Julian Alessi before I fuck it up even more. Hi, welcome to the show.
Glad to apparently be here. Since I thought I was just dropping off this coffee.
No, we 100%.
This is how we dilly-dally.
That's right.
I don't know what the fuck you dilly-dally or whatever the fuck you wrote me.
It wasn't
I'm just going to dilly-dally.
Yeah. You know me. You know that that's a base for what I do. I can't.
There's no direct. It's,
No.
I'm going to meander over here, I'm going to meander this
That
way.
is the, you defined Julian.
Yeah? Just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life, training, literally anything I do.
In the gym, I'd sit at the bar at First CTX and just watch this motherfucker just like, Jesus, man, you're supposed to be over here. I know you got 4 more sets I've been watching. And he just, and then he like snap over and look at me like, what's up, coach? And then like I'm just like, Jesus, man, like just go fucking squat. Yeah. That's the definition of this dude.
So Julian used to live here and used to be with the CTX crew at CTX 1. And then you moved up to Philly.
Yep, but I did stop in at CTX too. So I have been to all CTXs.
All CTXs, that's right. So that way you still count as a CTX member. And so, and now you're training up with Bob Merck.
Yeah, over at an AC Barbell.
Yeah.
Luckily, we did an Atlantic City meet where Al flew up for it. And Bob had a few lifters there. We wound up hooking up with them, and now it's basically I'm training at CTX, but in New Jersey. So it's been an awesome experience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. How long have you been in powerlifting and all that sort of stuff?
So funny. I actually had just looked this up the other day because I was really curious about it. My first meet was right before I moved down here, and it was at Tampa Barbell, and it was 2014. So,
really?
Yeah.
So 7 years now?
Yep, about 7 years, and I have, well, according to Powerlifting Watch or ranking, whatever, Open Powerlifting, apparently I got like 7-8 meets under my belt.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good shit, dude. I didn't know about the 2014 one.
Yes, that was my first, that was before we even...
Yeah, before I met you there.
Yeah, it was, looking at some of those videos, it was atrocious. It's like, oh, look at this PR with this 245 bench at 242. Great job, bud.
Woo!
But I mean, dude, I didn't even have I had duct tape on my shins because I didn't have the right socks with me. I had nothing.
Nothing.
I can't remember. Just as soon as I thought of it, Tara. What are they? Fucking dead ducks, duck toes, whatever the fuck we called it. We had to tape her up at the meet because she forgot fucking deadlift socks.
At this last one?
No, at her one in December.
The one before.
And literally, like, this is like, I told you, like, the whole fucking crew bombed. Yeah. And I'm sitting up here, and I think somebody's coming through with what I thought was duct tape or socks.
Was that the one that Moore did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Noah comes in. I thought it was duct tape, so I reached for it, and it was a beer. And I'm like, fuck, like, no, pocket. And I was like, I need. So Sean Knowles, Claudia and Sean, they come. He gives me duct tape, and I literally duct taped her shins to give her duct tape socks.
Oh, bro.
So this is the second story I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Which is a typical go-to. You see a lot of dudes down there.
Really?
Like, they'll do duct tape instead of socks. I'm just like, whatever.
I'm hoping it was less painful for her taking the duct tape off than it was for me, since I have these monkey legs.
Yeah.
Oh. It's sensational.
Yeah. Much easier. I was kind of actually afraid that they were going to slip, but, put the tape around the top, secured them, and,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they looked like Amazon's sandals.
But we called them,
there, and it looks like it was strapped, but it was all tape.
I'll ask her. I think we called them duck toes, and we were going to try to market them, and we had a whole joke with it. How many meets she's done, and she completely forgot like socks, and we're like, and then when Sean came up to me, I was like, yeah, what are you talking about? I looked down, I was like, fuck, man. Like, how many meets have we done together, and we don't got no goddamn socks? Like, you know? So shit happens.
Absolutely.
But clutch on the duct tape.
Yep. And now we've grown much further from then. I forget much less things. I've gotten my bench slightly above that 245.
Good. We're way above that.
And we're at we grew past the weight class and then grew back down. So still at 242, a lot of in-betweens, but overall it kind of, we came back to where we started, just a little bit stronger and a little less fat.
So bad.
So when it comes to powerlifting, are you a geared guy? Are you a raw guy? Like what is your go-to? All of the above. Like,
So I'm a raw guy. For now, I mean, finally, after years of getting gear beaten into me, because I've been the raw guy that always just lifts with the geared guys. I don't know why. It's just always been the crew since your crew took me in, and then just everywhere I've kind of gone.
Yep.
I've even been to a couple like in between gyms before we got hooked up with AC Barbell and Merc, but I've always just been lifting with geared lifters, and it's just the people that I like to lift with. They're more serious about it. They're more into it. And I was always like curious, but then I see all the cuts and bruises and everybody in pain. And like the 4 or 5 people it takes to get out of a suit. I was like, you guys aren't selling this. This looks absolutely horrible. Like the back of your arm is bleeding.
Yeah.
That sucks. Why would I want to do that? That was terrible. Like, no, it's great. You can press 700 pounds, but you look like you're being crushed in the shirt. No, it's cool. No, it's not.
I love your mentality. Fuck what you're actually doing, but I love the mentality behind it.
Yeah.
So years of seeing that and training with these crews and really learning about it and getting being like, okay, now I get it more. It finally got the itch. Merc got me into a pair of Inzer of Preds.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So I'm doing one more super raw meet. Yeah. I mean, as raw and whatever you can get is a USPA meet.
Yeah.
And then
we're sleeving in this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Super sleeved, super raw, and then I'm gonna go full multiply and try to go and do that.
Oh, you're going all the way.
Yeah. One end of the spectrum to the other.
What he's leaving out is that as he's squatted and deadlifted with us, being the knee sleeve guy, on AR days, like when we go chains, when we go bands, even up there at Mark's gym, like he hangs with the geared guys.
Yeah.
Which is, and we're not, he's not even briefed. He's fucking, raw as it is, fucking knee sleeves. We just got him into fucking knee wraps and stuff like that. So pretty neat to stay with some of those bigger numbers in fucking nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that also, talks about his training and, how he works himself. You know what I'm saying? So, but he won't talk about that.
But the training is probably because of great coaching.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
Maybe my coaching is just by a great student who learns and listens well.
We're gonna have to. This is gonna have to be X-rated. Yeah, this is gonna be only. Are you gonna start blowing each other soon, or like what the fuck? Holy shit!
Well, we have a subscription link. We're gonna get 2 fans this time.
That's right.
Only fans.
No, but like seriously, like it's good to see that type of stuff. Everybody who comes over from the raw world who doesn't think that they can do AR, who bands and chains are for geared guys. Like no, it's not. Like this side of things when we talk about running conjugate for raw, like it can't be done. It can be done. You know what I'm saying? Oh, AR and chains are just for suits and briefs. No, it can be done. Even banded for his raw bench. We got speak about the bench shirt.
No. With the somewhat successful one that I got with this Rage X. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they had just thrown me into a bench shirt, so I tried out my new shirt that Roy from AC Barbell gave me. Thank you, Roy. It is a
Roy subscribe.
Yeah, it's a triple ply grid stitch Rage X. And it is just a monster of a shirt. So I tried this out the week, probably right after my meet.
Yeah, because I said, hey, stay out of the gym, do things that are safe. You're like, hey, so
maybe light mobility.
You gotta do a shirt.
So I was like, cool. So
took
test
like
out this fucking bench shirt. Yeah. So took it, and I mean, it was fun. I was a field away from touching it, but I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Oh no. Okay, we're back up. But yeah, I mean, it was fun, and now I'm into it. Do I know if I'll be able to touch in that shirt? I have no idea.
I don't know how new it was, or the break-in process of it, and what the length of time that it's either been used. Is it brand new? All that stuff, dictates where we take you.
It's like newish, but dude, I mean, it's just it locked. I was like, I don't know what to do from here.
Yeah, stay patient. Stay patient. Don't bail.
Well, I was sitting there and I was like, guys, is it gonna go? Is it gonna go one way or the other? I don't.
Yeah, no, being under the hands of Mark up there, so you're in good hands there. So many videos, Jimmy Kolb, Tony Carlino down here with us now. I'm trying to think of Coach Ben on Big Benchers. You know, they all got great videos on every shirt out there on what to do. But you know, being under the guise of Mert, you know, he'll guide you. No,
it's been really great being able to train with them and getting all that guidance, because I mean the years of people, especially with John. Oh, please don't mess up his last name. It's John. Is it Ackerman or is maybe? Anyway, but I mean he's been
John.
Sorry, John. But I mean he's been an awesome teacher for it. I mean it's definitely just like a bench only guy, and it's been cool.
Oh, John.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ammerman.
Oh,
Ammerman.
I pulled
Sorry.
you did it. Well done.
I had no clue.
John? I know John.
Ammerman. That was it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've never heard of him, but being bench only, like I'm assuming he's a big name.
Yeah, strong guy.
Yeah.
One thing that you hit on was that you're just now getting into knee wraps, and for the first time ever, I got my knees wrapped, and dude, we did it strict knee, single knee.
Yeah,
second
knee wrap.
That's exactly where I started. Yeah. How was that for you? What'd they wrap you in?
It was
Overkill.
awful.
What the? Why did you start?
Well, so okay,
it's like, hey, you want a wrap that's gonna cut you and make you bleed? Good. Overkills.
The bruise is finally got. It's like just barely there. You can
so
still
everyone
see the
on
3
here
weeks.
knows that we know what the we're doing. All right, we've been wrapping knees for years. We've been doing this ourselves. So half these people on his TikTok are this fucking.
Because I posted
I'm getting a
it
headache
to
talking
TikTok.
about them.
Okay. 2 parts totaled like 200,000 views.
Fucking
fantastic stuff. People love watching.
You know, when I say this, like there's just fucking there's people who don't know, and then there's just fucking morons.
Yeah.
And I think the people on his fucking TikTok are fucking morons. So anyway, I had
you want the comments?
Like these motherfuckers, they don't know what the fuck is going on, type of thing. So anyway, preface it. We knew what the fuck we were doing. I straight up asked them, hey, are we like giving you like how the fuck it would be type of thing, which I would never do to anybody breaking them in. So
absolutely,
you know what I'm saying? Like this was literally just a gimmick. Like, hey, this is like
I've never felt this
1,000-pound squat.
Let's go for it.
Here's what I'm doing.
Were they new overkills or
they were slightly used? He's had for a while.
Okay, good. That's what I took.
Yeah. Which you know, brand new overkills and even used overkills. Sometimes those new ones they'll cut you a little more. Maybe a little more abrasive, but sometimes them worn-in ones, dude, I'm just getting revolutions, you know, and that can suck more. But you know, I don't know.
Yeah, the main comment was people were irritated that you wrapped from the top of the knee down, and they said that you should wrap towards the heart, start under the knee, and go up, because otherwise you're trapping blood below the knee. So
that's what
I told you.
I'm getting an overkill belt.
I literally downloaded TikTok and I was literally going to write. I was like, oh yeah, I was going to just to be a dick. I was going to be like, oh, but I was afraid of pushing the blood to your dick, and then hop off. But I'm just like, no, because these motherfuckers don't know me, and I don't want the next round of bullshit. So I deleted TikTok for like the second time, and I was like, get the fuck out of here.
If you don't get an erection from wrapping your knees, you're doing them wrong.
Yeah. Agreed.
Period.
Agreed. You are a horrible handler if you're not sitting there wrapping knees and fondling at the same time.
Why am I even being handled? I can handle myself at this point.
Yeah, that's why I get paid. You know, be under the table handies. You know,
like, to ensure that your knees are wrapped correct.
100%.
Correct.
100%. So what I'm really trying to do is take your focus off the knee pain.
Yep.
And you're like, oh.
Well, guess this thing's not a water rod before they find the weight. Squat.
Like your fucking dick is the wishbone trying to find water in the desert.
That's how you can judge your proper depth, because if it's eye level with the judge, you're right. Like you got to point right at it.
Yeah, but like, that's it right there.
That's the proper squat.
If dick sinks below 45 degrees, you're at parallel. That's a good squat.
Oh.
But so, okay, to come back to this guy real quick, okay? It's going to be, in my opinion, it's a personal preference if you like being wrapped above or below the kneecap.
Right.
Okay? All the years I've done knee wraps and knee wrapped folks and watched tutorials and watched people, I have never, ever, ever heard about blood pooling. Now, is it a thing? Absolutely. We're fucking creating a tourniquet on your fucking knees.
Right.
So, am I trapping that blood down into the calf and the ankle and the foot? Yes. Yes, I am. The reason we're doing, okay, now we come out to when we talk about Valsalva maneuver and how horrible that is, which is just you're holding your breath and bracing.
Right.
To everybody else out there outside the fucking
blood vessels in your brain.
Everybody else out there outside of powerlifting, it's a horrible move and you're going to die. Like, all right, doc.
Wait,
thanks.
are we not supposed to do that?
No.
No, that was the thing that my high school coaches were
I
very
totally say, like, that's
Oh,
absolutely.
Like 100%, like textbook. We can read it right now. Valsalva maneuver is terrible. Holding your breath and pushing.
You breathe in
but
on the way down. You breathe out on the way up for a squat because otherwise you're creating too much pressure and you're going to pop a blood vessel in your brain and die.
That's what I'm getting at. That is a medical thing. The duration for which we do it, type of thing, is to keep us safe, and why we do it is to keep us safe. So now coming back to the knee wrap, no, I didn't just fucking let this motherfucker walk around for 6 hours outside with a knee wrap on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's literally to protect the knee. So personal preference of below the knee, above the knee. What do we got to do with the toe? I pull your foot back towards your face is to help lock down that kneecap. I don't want the kneecap tracking different. I want it locked in place. So as I'm wrapping it, the idea is for me to protect your kneecap with said knee wrap. And if your knee isn't locked fully, I'm just sitting there moving that kneecap around, and
what's the point?
Yeah, but then the next person, I'll have you sit down, pull your toes up. Merc likes to be wrapped standing up.
It's all the AC guys.
It is a preference.
Yeah,
it is a preference.
Since that's where we really got into wraps, that's how I became comfortable with it.
Really?
They wrapped me in a pair of. We tried out a couple. The Titan Golds. What really worked for me, it had enough stretch, but enough meat behind it, where it worked for how I squat. But yeah, it was a nightmare. I mean, I would take maybe 2 or 3 of them, and I had to have more pre-wrap me at home because I didn't want to look like a bitch in front of the guys at the gym, which I still did. 100% still did. But I was like, okay, all right, babe, let's do it. And she'll start rapping, and as he said, the AC guys, they rap standing up. So we're standing, hold that there, and then just rap and rap and rap.
But they start you at the top and work down and then back up.
Top down.
All right, now do they do X's? They do crosses? Do they just do down, up?
Just spiral. Okay. I mean, sometimes they'll put the cross in there. I kind of prefer just the spiral down, and then it just loops back up.
Coming back to that, that's also another preference. A lot of people have talked before about the Xing generally needed for raw guys because it puts that bunch of wrap behind the kneecap, kind of helps create that pop. A lot of geared guys I've researched in the past, they like a very loose wrap. They don't like that X across in the kneecap, and they don't like a lot of bunch behind. Mm-hmm. That's a preference. Yeah. I like an X wrap. I like that material behind my knee, and I like that pop in my gear. I'm not one of those guys. I still lock my knees down. I know a lot of geared guys that create a loose knee. They don't want a locked knee. They want to be able to get down there in the bucket. And I'm like, no, I'm completely different to me. I go into it, especially in my geared lifting, thinking 100% safety. I want that fucking gear. I'm listening to you. Open up at the hips, fucking sit back, vertical shin, chest up. As far as that safety goes, I'm still thinking, hey, motherfucker, wrap the fucking knees. Protect the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This feels like there should be a textbook way of doing this, but
yes and no.
But just because
I know preference.
Yeah, I know the whole preference thing, but it feels like with a knee wrap, there should be a like how to wrap an ankle. Everyone knows, there may be a preference on maybe looser at the top or something like that. Yeah. But there should be a thing that the reason why we do this is because of this. Yeah. And I've never heard anyone say, all I've ever heard is, I wrap my knees because I squat more when I wrap my knees. That's all I've ever heard. Yeah. Right. Of course, protecting. Okay.
I see where you're going.
You know what I mean?
Maybe like a book full of excerpts from everybody type of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I follow. Yeah. How he raps. How I rap. How you want me to rap you. Mm-hmm. And so coming back when we were talking about Bell, I think it was last week. How do you want to be wrapped? I got to learn you. Maybe you don't like to be X wrapped. Maybe you don't like to start. Top to bottom. So I got to learn that. I've got some that Buddy does one around the top of the quad, one around, so he leaves a space, and then you start filling in material. Totally different than I've ever wrapped before in my life. So I got to learn that because that's your superstition, your voodoo. Right. And I want to know how do you wrap when Maura came down. Mm-hmm. And I said, yeah, I'll wrap you. Teach me how you like to be wrapped because I'm not going to wrap you the way I wrap and you don't like it. Right. So all that kind of comes into your setup and your walk up and he really cranked me down. Now I'm sitting there thinking about my fucking kneecaps, not the weight on the bar. Right. I don't think about the pick. I'm like, Jesus, Alan, he hated me today. What did I do to him? Yeah. And all that shit can your lift up. So, hey, guys, how do you want to be wrapped? Talk to me as I'm going through. So this is the feedback I was telling you about. Yeah. Hey, man, a little too tight, a little looser. Hey, and I can adjust that to give you what you want to go squat the weight you know how to squat. So
now, I think between having the preference there of what you like and what you're comfortable with, I think there's also a certain amount of variability of why it may not be able to have that singular textbook one. Because I know, I get wrapped, and we won't X, but we'll wrap back around the knee on the way up. And I know, like, Bob typically doesn't like his patella tightly wrapped, so we'll actually avoid that and go around it. So I wonder if there are other variabilities, like maybe if somebody has patella shift, or if there are different points in their knees where they need the extra stability, of why maybe a standardization of how you would wrap your knee may not be as plausible as doing the ankle wrap.
Any doctors out there watching this? Because I know we've got somebody. Let us know.
But
of doctors,
you should have at least a
dude.
1,200 total, otherwise
That
your
is
opinion doesn't
correct.
matter.
That is also correct.
Dan used to be a top down,
Yeah.
and then when he got hurt, he now wraps from bottom up. But that's because of how the shift goes
In his injury.
on his knee.
Danny?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he used to be a top down. He used to hold the top and we'd X down, X back up type thing. Now he starts in the bottom and he does a little bit of a different wrap. But that was what he found worked for his knee, didn't aggravate it, and gotten him back to what he's squatting now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the, the side of experimenting and things like that. Like I said, whether you start from the fucking, this is the other thing this motherfucker commented. Whether I start from below your knee or top of the knee, motherfucker, I'm pulling blood in your fucking calf.
Yeah.
I'm creating a tourniquet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we want to start talking about where the blood is pushing and,
Right.
guy, think about, okay, if I wrapped you from the bottom, I'm pushing the blood up to your heart, but I'm coming back down, I'm fucking pushing that blood back in the calf. So,
Right.
a moron.
Whenever it's being pushed,
Yeah.
it's not moving from that point regardless.
No,
Right,
The blood above the knee and trying to get it away from your dick vein up to your heart, like whatever type of thing, like fine, like yeah, there you go. That. Can y'all see that? I don't think you understand.
You would need a much more
Zoom in,
lens.
zoom in.
Yeah.
Zoom in hands.
Unless you got the Hubble telescope on that thing, we're not seeing anything.
Trust me, there it is.
That's why I lift so much. If you could, I probably wouldn't be in this sport. It probably have self-esteem.
I swear to God.
Listen, I'm gonna hard transition because we're running short on time, but we wanted to get some opinions on. So we're gonna talk about it even more in the next segment. Dan Bell was at the Kearns
U.S. Open.
U.S. Open, and he
Monster.
incredible, but they were doing like pyrotechnics behind the lifters as they were lifting, and like I want to know what you guys think about all the fanfare behind like lifting when you're up on the platform. It's different than just get the crowd going, but it's like, hey, we've got fucking fire behind me. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
So at first I thought before I went back and kind of watched the Open and everything, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. So like for the big people, like like Dan and everyone like that, like I was like, oh no, you guys are shooting off these sparklers for everybody. I was like, that seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Now I know that I think it's the metal militia meets where it's like a lot of like lasers and music and everything.
Yeah.
I haven't been in that experience yet, so I'm not sure. I feel like it could be distracting, but it's like a half and half because I know like when you're there and focused, you're like, okay, it's either me or this weight, like something is happening. But then at the same time, like I have really bad ADHD, so if I have all these different things going off, I feel like that's going to throw me off. But I've never actually lifted in that experience
I got
yet.
you.
But I feel like it would be a distraction.
Yeah.
So to me, it is. Yeah. I remember at the second WPO I did, like we were televised, and I couldn't tell you that the camera was in front of me. I never saw you.
Yeah.
I went back, I'm like, that motherfucker was literally right in front of me. And dude, I'm out there on the squat bar, or I'm out there pulling, and you're right the in front of me. I never saw you.
Yeah.
But I also don't remember like fucking fireworks and shit going off. The very first WPO I did was lasers, and it got dark, and it was, we had to walk down a fucking ramp. And I just remember like being up there.
WWE style.
Yeah, I swear to God. I swear to God. Like we're in the back, and we gotta get wrapped. And we gotta get strapped. And they're like, yo, have your handler wrap you, strap you, you gotta walk down the ramp yourself. And your handler,
Whoa!
it was at least, ask Mark about this, it was at least a fucking 20-foot walk down to the bar.
Oh, no.
So Ray wrapped me, strapped me, ran around, and I'm literally waddling down. I get to the bar, and I'm out of fucking breath. I'm like, yo, dude, I just had to walk to the bar. And they're like, son, you got to touch the bar to stop the clock. And I reach out just to take a breath from the walk down.
Wow.
And I think on my last squat, Jeremiah walked with me just to make sure I didn't fucking fall. Mm-hmm. But then you get out there, and it's fucking like strobes are going everywhere. And you're literally like, where's the hand? Where do I put where do my feet go? So as far as that goes, I don't like all that. That is very disruptive. As far as the cameras and shit, I didn't fucking see you. I can't tell you were in front of me.
We'll get more into this next segment but we gotta get out and we gotta plug the man. Julian, where can people find you?
Like in person, or
I mean, if you want to give them your address,
Your home address.
if you got an Instagram, if you got YouTube, OnlyFans,
Give me OnlyFans.
Yeah. OnlyFans is at disappointment. But no. I guess on Instagram, the Great Squatholio, where I try to squat a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But at least
he squats a lot.
At least we can have fun in the meantime. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you're ever in Philadelphia, try to find me.
Yeah.
I will make it easy.
Plug the fucking the egg roll place. The fucking the Chinese egg rolls.
Oh, new good flavor?
You sure?
Yeah. Oh,
wherever I had the fucking the Chinese
Pizza rolls?
cheese sticks.
Yeah.
These
New flavor in South Philly. It's where it's at. Delicious.
Dude, amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, pizza egg rolls or where
Pizza
it's
egg
at.
rolls.
Dude. It's like a mozzarella stick, but Asian and all in one. You don't have to. It's happening.
Well, I'm leaving. I'm going to Philly.
Italian egg rolls.
Oh my gosh.
Chi-Italian. I love that. Chi-Italian.
Yeah, we gotta go.
My
Hey,
brain
you guys
is
want-
just
you guys
blown.
want to be
Can you send them down? Can you
Please.
airmail
Listen.
them?
I'll try to.
Let's get them.
Yeah. That's going to be like 2 weeks down.
Jesus, man.
2 weeks down the road, expecting that on the Stache Beard Show. This is the Stache Beard Show. We'll be back after this.
Later, motherfuckers.